What's up, everyone? It's New Year's Eve. See if we can get a couple of maybe a quarter in of this next game for 1989. I'm playing Detroit versus Chicago. I think in real life, I think Chicago won this game like 47-27, which is shocking considering it's Mike Tomczak versus the really awful Bob Gagliano. Detroit actually has 4 quarterbacks in their roster: Gagliano, Eric Hipple, Rodney Peete, and Chuck Long. I mean, they are poor Barry Sanders. He's getting wasted like Myles Garrett is getting wasted right now. Bears have Tomczak and Harbaugh, so they got a couple of quarterbacks. This is really just Neil Anderson versus Barry Sanders. It's kind of where we are with this right now. So I've already rolled the dice. We've already got Detroit kicking off. So let's just play as much as I can play here before my pizza arrives, and see what happens here. Detroit kicking off. So 15 for Detroit. That's Eddie Murray. And that is 2. And that is 66 yards. And so it's going to be taken 1 yard deep into the end zone. It's going to be, Dennis Gentry as your kick returner for the Bears. So Eddie Murray, and I'll roll for it. I like to roll for it. I really just like to roll dice. All right, so 1 through 11 is going to be your touchback. And it is. Oh, he's going to run it out. So Dennis Gentry with a 52. That's not a great return right there. That's a 24. And that's going to be 13 yards. He's going to get out to the 12-yard line. Probably should have taken the knee on that one. 13. And the Bears are going to start 1st and 10 on their own 12-yard line. Okay, so the Bears are going to start off again, 1st and 10 on their own 12. Sorry, I paused for a minute. Now I'm back like 10 minutes later here. So we're going to run a standard offense for the Bears. And a 20. They're going to start out by going deep. Mike Tomczak going to throw a long bomb from his own 12. The Lions defense is a -2. They don't really have much in the way of receivers. Dennis Gentry, Ron Morris are both 3s. Tight end is James Thornton, also a 3. A pretty boring offense. I mean, I just checked. They did win 47-27. It did send them to 3-0. So they were a decent team, I guess, in the 1989, but not a lot of offensive superstars except for Neil Anderson, who's a 4, and Jay Hilgenberg, who's a 5 center. But all right, so we're going to go long bomb. Oh, they're going to throw it to their worst receiver. 21 is Glenn Kozlowski. I believe he's a tight end. He's a C. 21 on your defense is a BS. Make it a CS. And this is going to be a tough one to complete. 42. 42 is a 12. And that will be incomplete. So we'll go pass. We'll go Tomczak to, who was that? Kozlowski. Incomplete. All right. 2nd and 10 for the Bears. I also checked to make sure that, with these quarterbacks being as bad as they are, Gagliano's awful, and Tomczak's just an average quarterback. I wanted to make sure they were both around 50-50 run versus pass. It's not something I really checked for 1989, but in this case, I did want it because, you have 2 really good running backs. But they were. In fact, Detroit, with Barry Sanders, threw more than they ran that year, probably because they were behind so much. So let's go back. Let's go back to a standard offense. No long passes, though. 11. 11 will be a short pass. All right. Lots of 5s on the board. That looks like a Yahtzee. 55 on the offense. That's going to be Dennis McKinnon. He's a B wide receiver. And 55 on the defense is going to be AD. All right, so Tomczak to McKinnon. 53 for Tomczak. That's a 13. And that is going to be complete for 6 yards. It's going to make it a little bit of a better shot at getting that first down. So Tomczak, McKinnon for 6. And again, 3rd and 4 now for the Bears. All right. So let's go. We can go standard offense here. I think I can go standard. Neil Anderson's a pretty good running back. He can get 4 yards. And we're gonna get an outside run. All right, 31. That will be Neil Anderson. He's 11 to 45 on my locator sheet. So if you look at our running backs, they had 5 different guys that ran the ball between Anderson, Muster, Thomas Sanders, Matt Suey, Dennis Gentry. But Anderson, 11 to 45 is about 65%, 64% of the runs that year. 53 on the defense is a BS. All right, so we'll go Neil Anderson on the outside run. 53. 17. Yeah, he will get 7 yards, and he's going to get the first down. All right, 1st and 10 now for the Bears on their own 25-yard line. Again, they scored 47 points in this game. Not sure how. Short pass. Oh, 26. Oh, the defense is ready. That's an 11. That'll be a BD. 26. Wow, they only have, again, back to the Bears, they only have 1 A-rated receiver, and that's Neil Anderson, and that's only in short passes. Wow, that's, again, these are not a pretty boring offense, really. So, let's see. That was a 26. 26 was Ron Morris. He's a B. And 11 was a BD. All right, so we're going to go Tom Zach to Ronnie Morris. Oh, 22 for Tom Zach. Starting off well. That's a 4. That's going to be a 13-yard gain. It's going to be another first down. Making me look the fool here, Chicago, by just getting yards like crazy. Calling you an average offense. All right, we're going to go 1st and 10 at the minus 38, their own 38-yard line. Let's go standard offense. Keep it going. And we have an inside run this time. All right, 51. That's not going to be. That's going to be Tom. That's going to be Brad Muster. 44 on the defense. 44 is an AG. Let's move Brad Muster since he's my number 2 guy. Let's move him up there. And that was going to be AG. I said right. Yeah, AG. All right, so Muster now. On an inside run, and he has even numbers. Yeah, even numbers are good for inside run. He's a fullback, so that makes sense. Oh, an 11. That's a 4. That's going to be 10 yards for Brad Muster. If that's Neil Anderson, that's probably a much bigger gain than that, but they'll take 10. It's, they'll take 10. That was 10, right? Yeah. It's going to be another first down. It's their 3rd first down on the drive. 2.5 minutes into the game. 36 total yards for the Bears. Evenly spread here. 3 passes, 2 runs, 19 passing yards, 17 rushing yards. So they're spreading it even here. I like that. Let's go back to your standard offense. And we have another inside run. All right, 24. That's going to be Neil Anderson this time. And 44 on the defense. The defense is ready again. Hasn't mattered too much yet, but they're ready. 44 is an AG. All right, so Neil Anderson on an inside run. 46, that's a 24. And he will sneak through the line. He'll pick up 2 yards. Make it 2nd down and 8. Right on the 50-yard line now. So we'll go, let's go short pass heavy here. And it's a 14. That's a short pass. All right, 52 on the pass. That'll be McKinnon again. Dennis McKinnon. He's a B. 62 on the defense is an AS. And we'll make it an AD. I guess that's one thing good for the Bears is they have all these B receivers. So moving it back to C probably won't happen very often. Moving up to A won't happen very often either. But, at least they can stay in the middle here. All right, so it's Tom Zach to McKinnon against an AD. 2nd 8 on the 50. Oh, 65. We all know 65 is a bad number. That's an 18. It's going to be incomplete. All right, 3rd and 8. Big test here for Chicago, trying to keep the drive going. Look, a short pass heavy again. And we get a short pass. Oh, 54. Can't get those high numbers. When you're doing your locators, those high numbers on both runs and passes can be a little rough. 54. 54 is McKinnon again. 3rd time on this drive, he's the target. He's a B. 24 is BS. Make it BD. All right, Tom's back to McKinnon. We get a 32. That's a 20. And that is going to drop incomplete. And it's going to bring up 4th down and 8. And the Bears are going to have to punt. Bring out Maury Buford, the punter. All right, so Buford trying to coffin corner, 43. Not a great roll. That's a 32. And we have an RP18, a rare play already. Now, because it's a punt, I'm going to use the normal boards and not my ChatGPT rare plays. I did make that public, so if you go out there and into your ChatGPT store and you just search APBA, you should find it. It's free. I know it's in the store, but it's free. Feel free to use it at your heart content, and if you like it, comment on one of my videos and let me know what you did with it. Let's see. 32 was an RP18, so let's roll. We have a 7. 7 being the most common number. This is probably the most boring of the RP18s, but that's okay. Whoa, wow. Returner loses ball in pile up. D2 recovers it. That's RP15. My bad. 18. There it is. All right, here we go. All right. Kicking team interferes with receiver's attempted fair catch at the 14. Penalty is 15 yards from spot, a foul against kicking team. So it's going to be a 36-yard punt. 36-yard punt. I never know how to score the returner in this case for like stats. I could say 36 yards. So then punt return. Well, I think I'll just say fair catch. So we'll go, who was that? Mel Gray? No, Walter Stanley. Big Walt Stanley. We'll go here. We'll just go fair catch. And then we'll add a penalty to the end of it. And we'll say 15 yards on Chicago. I don't know if there's any kind of a fair catch interference on here. No. So we'll just, is there interference? We'll go, that's not going to work. Pass interference. Targeting, tripping. Let's go unnecessary roughness. And 15 yards on the Bears. No first down is in play here. So we want to keep it first down. And that will be no time off the clock because I put it on the last play. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now. Detroit at their own 29-yard line. Now, Barry Sanders is going to get the bulk of the carries here, I think. Let's see. Yeah, he's 11 to 61. So there's 36 possible dice rolls. Barry Sanders has 31 of them. The other 2 guys that carry the ball are Tony Page, who's 62 to 65, and Carl Painter, who's 66. So you're not going to see much deviation here from Barry Sanders, which is how it should be. When you got a guy like that, every now and then a coach might try to like outsmart themselves, and we'll just use them as a decoy, and then they're awful. But with Barry Sanders, you give him the ball every time if you can. Standard offense, it's going to be a 10, so it's going to be an outside run. I loved watching Barry Sanders play. He retired young, probably a smart thing to do, but he was great to watch. 41 will be Sanders. 31's a CS. The Bears are actually a +1 on the defense. Lions offense is a 34. Their defense is a 35. They have all 3s. So funny. They have all 3s. Let's see if you can see it here. Except Mike Singletary is a 5. Everybody else is a 3. So that's where the 35 comes from. All right, so roll for my outside run. 51. 51 is a 16. And that's going to be 10 yards, and that will be a first down. So Sanders goes nutty here. First play, 10 yards. 1st and 10 down on the 39 for Detroit. And we'll stay standard. 18. 18 is going to be a medium pass. Oh, man. And we got Bob Gagliano doing that pass. Not good. But you never know. I can roll a whole bunch of 66s in a row, and he can get like 5 yards at a time. 12 is going to be Richard Johnson. So Dick Johnson is an A. There he is. I'll put him right there so we can see him. He's an A. The Lions have 2 A receivers. They have Richard Johnson and Robert Clark. Barry Sanders is actually a C receiver, which is surprising to see. But it's going to be Richard Johnson. 45 in the defense is a BS, we'll make it an AS. That's actually a pretty good medium pass play here. AS to your A receiver. You'll take that. Gagliano. 64 is a 16. And that will be incomplete. So Gagliano to Richard Johnson. It's incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 now. 39-yard line. Sticking with that standard offense. All right. We have an inside run. Okay, 42, 63. 63 is not Barry Sanders. It's Tony Page. Sanders is on the sideline. 42 is a CS. All right, here we go. 21 for Tony Page is a 22. And he's going to get 2 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. And we're going to have to go short pass heavy here. It's going to be a short pass. I feel like on 3rd and 8, the correct call is to hand off to Barry Sanders. I feel like that's the correct call in every play, but probably get him tired. 64 on your defense. That's a CS. We'll make it a CD. 62 on your receiver is Jason Phillips. He's a B, so we'll stay at CD. And we're going to go Gagliano to Jason Phillips. 25 for Bob. 6. It's going to be 4 yards. It's not going to be enough for a 1st down. And we're going to bring the punter out. 3 and out for Detroit. All right, let's bring out Jim Arnold to punt. 22 for Arnold. Gets his foot into it there. 22 is a 4. Yeah, he kicks it 52 yards. Ooh, a long way. It kicks it to the 3-yard line, it looks like. 52 yards. Let's see. Arnold goes 52. So, 3-yard line here. So, we're going to let it bounce. What we're going to do is we're going to roll, I don't know, pick a die, any die. We're going to roll this die, the orange, the 20-sided. 1 to 10, it bounces toward the end zone. 11 to 20, it bounces the other way. And it is a 9, so it's going to bounce toward the end zone. So let's see how many yards. It's going to go 7 yards deep, so we're going to go ahead and call it a touchback. And we're going to go. So actually what I have to do is go undo last play. We'll go punt. Oh, I guess I didn't have to do that because you can let it bounce from the punt return screen. All right, so there we go. So now we'll go punt return, and it's going to be Dennis Gentry. Yeah, no, it's going to be Mark Green, but he's going to let it bounce. He lets it roll, and it rolls. I'm going to put 7 yards. Boom, and away. Okay, so I need to go -7 because it rolls into the end zone 7 yards. It's going to be a touchback. And Chicago takes over their second drive of the game, 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. 9:15 to go. All right, Bears ball. Just finished eating my dinner. A little break. That was nice. Bears ball. 1st and 10 on their own 20. 9:15 to go. Back to our standard offense. And we're going to start with an outside run. All right, 56 and 26. 26 on your defense is a BS. 56 is going to be Brad Muster again. So Muster against the BS. Oh, an 11. That's, you know what? That's our second 11. Might have been a 66 earlier, but we've got 2 amazing rolls with Muster, and Neil Anderson can't get those rolls. So 11 is a 4. And he's going to get 8 yards and get pushed out of bounds. All right, it's gonna make it second down and 2. And let's go short pass heavy. And we get a short pass. All right. Oh, big numbers again. 64. 64 is going to be Matt Suey. Matt Suey, big fullback, backup fullback. And inside run, yeah, that works for him. 45 on your defense is a BS. So we're going to go Matt Suey up the middle. Another 11. This is a 6, man. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is a short pass. So it's actually 64 is going to be Cap Boso. He is a tight end, I think. I remember him, Cap Boso, because of his name, Cap Boso. That's an odd one. Cap Boso. Sounds like something from the 30s. Anyway, he's a C. He's a backup tight end. He's a C. Your defense is a BS. Make it a CS. Make it a CD because I went short pass heavy. And then we rolled an 11 for Mike Tomczak. 11 is a 3. And that is going to be good for 7 yards. It's actually a first down plus 5, so it's only 7 yards in this case. So the 3 11s the Bears have rolled so far are really getting wasted here. But they're getting yards, so you can't complain too much about it. They make it first and 10 on their own 35. All right, let's go back to standard. It's an outside run. All right, look at those 6s. All right, it's going to staying away from Neil Anderson here. It's going to be Dennis Gentry on the little jet sweep action. And, yeah, outside is where you want to go with him. 62 on the defense is an AS. And they're doing what I talked about earlier. You got a really good running back, and the coach outsmarts himself by giving it to everybody else. Gentry, a 12 for Gentry. That's a 25. That is going to be no gain, and he's going to get shoved out of bounds. That's going to make it second down and 10 now on their own 35. 8:15 to go in the first quarter. No score. We're a long way from that 47-27 real life score. Okay, so we're going to go, let's go short pass heavy. And that will be a short pass. All right. 52, 41. 41 on the defense is an AS. And make it an AD. 52 is Dennis McKinnon, star of this first quarter for the Bears. McKinnon's a B. So we're going to stay right at AS. And we're going to go Tomczak to McKinnon. 23. 23 is a 27. So Tomczak going to take off and run. Our defense was AS. So Tomczak scrambles out of the pocket and is slammed down. Again, no gain, but pushed out of bounds. And we're going to call it a sack. I like the 0-yard sack. Detroit, who's it going to be? Is it going to be, it's going to be Eric Williams. All right. Remember Jerry Ball in the first game I played with Detroit. I think he had 4 sacks. But this is going to be Eric Williams. Is that his name? Yeah, Eric Williams is going to get this one. There he is. And he shoved out of bounds. All right, 3rd and 10 now for the Bears on their own 35-yard line. And let's see. Let us go. It's going to have to be short pass heavy. And it is a short pass. All right, 52. That was a 2. Okay, and this is a 56 on the defense. 56 is an AS. Make it an AD. 52. Back to Dennis McKinnon again. Holy cow. So McKinnon's a B, so we'll stay at AS, AD. Tomczak to McKinnon. 54. 36. And that's going to be a 6-yard completion, but we have a penalty. We have a TH on the field. 55. That'll be on the defense. And then it's going to be roughing the quarterback 15 yards from the gain and an automatic, or from the line of scrimmage, and an automatic first down. I don't think that's how it is now, but I'll play it like the rules say it. So we're going to get a 15-yard penalty on Detroit for roughing the passer. That's going to make it 1st and 10 now, right on the 50. This is where they were in their first drive, and they got stalled. Let's see if they can get past. All right, let's see. All right. So let's start off with a oh man, there's all kinds of noises going on around me right now. All right, let's start off with a standard offense here. And we're going to go to a medium pass. Oh, it's going to be a decent receiver. It's going to be Brad Muster. Really? He's their number 2. He is a C on medium passes. 53 is a BS. We'll make it a CS. So it's not quite the medium pass CD, but it is the medium pass CS. Tom Zach dumping it off to Brad Muster. 51. That'll be a 9. And that's going to be incomplete. Tom Zach now 3 of 7. 26 yards. 2nd and 10 on the 50. Let's go back to a standard offense. And we are going to get an inside run. All right, 52. That'll be back to it's Brad Muster and Dennis McKinnon. Those are the stars of the first quarter for the Bears. 31 on the defense is a CS. So we're going to go Brad Muster on the inside run. Oh, another 11. That is the 3rd 11 for Brad Muster. And this one's going to result in 9 yards. Neil Anderson's on the sideline salivating. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 1 on the 41 of the Lions. Let's go short yardage here. Let's bring all the big guys in. Both sides of the ball. We got a 20, so we're going to get a short pass. We'll play action fake short pass here. Defense is going to be looking run. 46, 23. 23 is a CG. 46 is Thomas Sanders, who's a C, so we'll stay at CG. We're going to go Tom Zach to Sanders. A 13, that should be complete. Yeah, it's going to be good for 4 yards, and that'll be a first down. So Tom Zach to Sanders for 4. All right, 6.5 to go. Bears are down to the Lions' 37-yard line. 1st and 10. Standard offense. It's going to be an inside run. All right, 52, 16. I think after I'm done playing this first quarter, I'm going to go back in the living room, and I'm going to try to find this game on YouTube. I need to know why it was 47-27. Again, I'm looking down at these two quarterbacks, and I'm just thinking, how do they get 74 points? It's must be a lot of, like, pick sixes or punt returns or kick returns or something. It's very strange. All right, so 52 on the, what did I roll? Inside run, 52. And it's not going to be Neil Anderson. You know who it is. It's Brad Muster again. 16's an AS. All right, so Brad Muster up the middle. 64. It's an 8. And that'll be good for 6 yards. And it's going to be 2nd down and 4 now. Stick with a standard offense. 18. That's going to be a medium pass. And it is not going to be Dennis McKinnon this time. I think it's going to go back to, it's going to be Brad Muster. It's one of those two. He's a C on medium passes. 16 is going to be an AS. We'll make this a BS. All right, so Tom Zach to Muster. 41, that's not good. That's a 20. Oh, that's going to be incomplete. All right, that's going to bring up third down, 3rd and 4. Let's go short pass heavy here. All right, we have a short pass. All right, 43. 43 is someone different. Is Dennis Gentry. He is a B. Your defense is a 56. That's an AS, making an AD. All right, Tom Zach to Gentry. 22 for Mike. 4. And that is going to be a 9-yard completion. Tom Zach to Dennis Gentry. That's going to be a first down. The Bears moving the ball here. Stalled on their first drive, but moving it down to they're on the Lions 22 now, 1st and 10. 5:15 to go in the first quarter. Still no score. And we'll stay with the standard offense. We're going to move medium pass down since we don't have long pass anymore. 11 is going to be a short pass. Okay, 53, 13. 13 on the defense is a BS. 53 is, you guessed it, Dennis McKinnon. And we're going to stay at BS. So Tom Zach to McKinnon. Another 11. That is the 5th 11 I've rolled for the Bears in this first quarter. And by the way, there's still no score. But Tom Zach's that's a 3. That's going to be a 16-yard completion, and McKinnon's going to get pushed out of bounds. At least it wasn't Mustard this time. That's going to make it 1st and goal on the 6-yard line for the Bears. 5 minutes to go. And we'll go back to standard offense. Any pass is a short pass. And we're going to go 8. That'll be an outside run. All right. Now, in case you're wondering, there you go. My brain is 99.9% song lyrics. I know you can't see the bottom. You got to wonder what the brain is. So there you go. So we went outside run. It's going to be Neil Anderson finally. Comes off the bench. Ice cold. 65's an AS. All right, so we're going to pitch it out to Neil Anderson. A 36 is a 22. Oh, and he is nailed in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. Should have kept Brad Muster in, apparently. All right, 2nd and 8 now. 2nd goal on the 8. Let's go short pass heavy here. And it's going to be a short pass. I guess I didn't need to roll the die. Short pass. Any pass is a short pass. All right, 41, 25. 25 is an AD. 41 is Dennis Gentry. He's a B. So we'll stay at AD. All right, Tom Zach to Gentry. 53. That's a 13. And we have an F32. We have a fumble. Let's roll to see if that fumble exists. 1 through 4 means the fumble happens. 5 to 20 means it doesn't. And it's an 11. The fumble does not happen. So now let's roll in that fumble category to see what happens. We have an F32. Oh, a 66. That's huge. And that is an 8-yard pass play, right, to Gentry? Yes, that's going to be an 8-yard pass play. That's going to be a touchdown. Tom Zach to Dennis Gentry. All right. Bears take a 6-0 lead. Let us go ahead and, wow, I've rolled 5 11s and 166 for the Bears so far. The Lions have only had 4 plays on offense. The Bears have now had 20. Let's go ahead and get the extra point. It's going to be Kevin Butler. 26 for Butler is a 19. I believe 19 is good. Yep. All right. So it's going to be 7-0 Bears. They get on the board first. And they're going to go ahead and kick off. That was a pretty good drive. Let me look at that drive real quick. Quick drive summary. So that was That was 13 plays, 80 yards, and a touchdown. Wow, 8 runs, 7 passes. Wow, that's pretty impressive. 13-play drive by the Bears. All right. All right, 34 for the kickoff, so we're going to have a penalty on this kickoff. That's a 35. That is 56, but we have a TL. Check that first. 21. L is 35. Ooh, we have unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. And the offense receives on this one. So it's going to be 56 yards. Let's check the return. That would be Mel Gray on the return. 25. And that would be an 8. And that's a 35-yard return. So they're going to have the ball up near the 40. So the Bears are going to go ahead and take that penalty, and they're going to kick again. So we'll go penalty, 15 against the Lions. And it was unsportsmanlike conduct. They're going to kick from the 50 now. Whoops. And let's see. Yeah, there was time off the clock on that one because the play happened. So let's kick off from the 50. 45 this time for Butler. 45 is a 4. Yeah, he kicks it 67 yards. He kicks it out of the back of the end zone. And that will be a touchback. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions now on the 20. 4 minutes to go in the quarter. And let's start off with our standard offense. And we're inside run. $52. 43. 43 is Sanders. 52 is CD. All right, Barry Sanders up the middle. A 53. That'll be a 16. It's going to be 6 yards on that play. His card is unbelievable. A 53 is a 16. That is unbelievable. I mean, a 13, a 15, a 25. I mean, he's got so many 15s and 16s on here. Even like a 61 is an 18. I mean, that's going to get you 3 or 4 yards. I mean, his card is amazing. All right, 2nd and 4. I don't know why they didn't win more games. 2nd and 4. Let's go short pass heavy. That's probably why. And it's going to be a short pass. All right. 52. 31. 31 is Tony Page. He is a fullback. He's a C. 52 is a CG. We're going to make it a CS. We're going to go Gagliano to Page. 32. That's awful. 27. So Gagliano's going to roll. He's going to run. Gagliano try to get some of it himself. 52 was a CG. Oh. Terrible defense for him to try to run against. And we roll a 36 for Gagliano. 22. Oh, no. 36. What is that? 22. Yep. And that he's actually going to lose a yard. So we have another sack. And I think I'm probably doing that wrong. That probably should be considered a run because I'm watching Dave Gardner the last couple of days talk about quarterback sacks and how he had been doing it wrong. I didn't realize the rule was 25 and below is a sack and 25 and above is like the play happened for that amount. I just thought it was a negative play on a pass play. But I guess you could have like, a pass for negative too. So I'm going to keep that in mind. That's going to be another rule change I make for week 4. I'll try to keep that in mind. So the sacks are going to go down a little bit. But in this case, it's a sack. Plus, it's Bob Gagliano. He's terrible. Who got the sack? 15. And 15 is Dan Hampton. I believe he's a nose tackler or a defensive end. He's a defensive end. And that was -1. No, that was, yeah, wait. Yeah, that was -1. All right, so 3 minutes to go, 3rd and 5. And I'm going to go back to standard offense here. And we're going to do short pass anyway. I was going to try to get Barry Sanders the ball, but the dice had other plans for me there. All right. Oh, the defense is so ready for this short pass. It's a CD. 24. And 24 is going to be Keith McDonald. I believe he's a tight end. He's a B, so we'll stay at CD. And we're going to go Gagliano to whoever I just said. Keith McDonald. 41. Oh, man. And that's a 26. So Gagliano must run a lot. Holy cow. And that was a CD defense. All right, so Gagliano takes off again. 45 this time. 22 again. And he is going to get stuffed at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And again, I'm going to call that a sack. But I think that is something I'm going to change going into next week. Or week 4. The 36 on the sacks is going to be Richard Dent. And that is going to be 30 seconds. And the Lions are going to go 3 and out yet again. And yeah, they have 22 total yards. Wow, 1 first down. All right, so we're going to bring out Jim Arnold again to punt. 65 is going to be an 8. And he's going to kick it 45 yards to D10. D10 is going to be Mark Green. So 45 yards. Jim Arnold. And Mark Green rolls a 35. And 35 is a 20. And he's going to get 9 yards on the return. He's going to set the Bears up 1st and 10 on their own 39-yard line. $2:15 to go in the first quarter. And we will go standard offense for the Bears here. 20. I'm not doing long pass again, so we'll call it a medium pass. I'll do it again in the second quarter if it comes up. All right, 21, 44. Let's see. 21 will be, oh, God, back to Brad Muster. Seriously? He's a C. 44 is AD. We'll make it a BD. There are other players in this team there, Tom's asked. Oh, another 11. It's a 3. It's going to be a 27-yard completion to Brad Muster. Unbelievable. All right. He's going to get pushed out of bounds. Yes, he is. All right. So it's going to be 1st and 10 now on the Lions 34. I guess I see where the 27 came into play. And we will go ahead and go standard offense. And we've got a short pass. Top Zach, 8 of 13 for 90. All right, 42. 42 is Dennis Gentry. He's a B. 13 is a BS. And that's what we'll make it. All right, 63 is never a fun roll. 32. Oh, let's see. 32. And it's the RP7. And you know what we do with RP7. We don't really like RP7. What we're going to do here is we're going to pull up my chat GPT that I created for rare plays. Pulling it up now. Open my sidebar. Do that. Close my sidebar. Actually, I still have one open, so I can just go to that. Football play scenarios. There we go. All right. So we'll pull it back over here. And we're going to go first quarter. 1989 Bears at Lions. I'll put 19. You can put as much information here as you want, or you could just be the bare minimum. It doesn't matter. Bears up 7-0 at the Lions 34-yard line. 34-yard line. What kind of pass was called? A short pass was called. And is it 1st and 10, 2nd and 10? 1st and 10. 1st and 10. All right, let's see what it gives me. Boom. Okay. We've got 11 plays being generated, rolls 2 through 11 on the dice. Again, like I said before, roll number 7 is going to be the least exciting of the rare plays, whereas 2 and 12 are the most exciting because you can only roll those one. There's only one chance at a 2 and one chance at a 12 on the dice, but there's 6 chances at a 7, so that's why you do it. And here we go. And we get an 8. All right, the pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage by D3, but it still reaches the receiver who grabs it for a 9-yard gain. The crowd buzzes at the unusual play as the Bears prepared for 2 and 1. So it's going to be a 9-yard completion to Dennis Gentry, even though it was tipped up in the air by D3. Who's D3? Who got their big hand on it? Chris Spielman, middle linebacker, coming in on the blitz. Gets his hand on it, just couldn't do enough. And that is Dennis Gentry. That's going to make it 2nd and 1 now on the Lions' 25-yard line. A minute and a half to go in this quarter. I will finish this drive. Let's go short yardage. Everybody looking for the run, and we're going to get an inside run. $61. I mean, you know who that? Oh, no, that's not Brad Mustard. That's Thomas Sanders on the run. He is a backup halfback. Poor Neil Anderson. He is missing in action. 61, and then you've got an 11 on the defense. The defense is ready for it. They're in BG. So Thomas Sanders is going to get the run here. All right, Sanders up the middle, 34. Oh, no, that's a 35. And he gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage for no gain, but there's a flag on the field. We only had 3 accepted penalties so far. Let's see what this 4th. Oh, a 66. That's huge against the defense. That is pass interference. Wait, I called a run. That's going to be a 31. That is unnecessary roughness on the defense. 15 from the gain and a 1st down. So no gain on the play. It's going to be half the distance. So it's going to be from the 25 to the 12 and a half. We scroll down to the 12. You always round up for the offense. It's a 13-yard penalty on the Lions. Sorry, I still have the cough. It's getting better, but it's still there. And it's going to make it 1st and 10 now on the 12-yard line for the Bears, who are completing their 3rd drive now. 1st drive was a punt. 2nd drive was a touchdown. 3rd drive is looking like we're getting some points on the board here. So we'll go standard offense. All passes are short passes. 8. An 8 is going to be an outside run. All right, 53. 53 is going to be, you know who, Brad Muster. 53 in the defense is a BS. All right, Muster on the outside. But you know, we're going to move that. Yeah, we're going to move that to the inside because he's a fullback, and inside run is his thing. All right, so we're going to go inside run to Muster. 36 for Bradley is a 12. And 12, he's only going to get 1 yard on this play. Oh, it's New Year's Eve, so people around me are shooting off their guns. Awesome. 2nd 9 on the 11. All right, so let's go short pass heavy. It's a 7. That'll be a short pass. Okay. All right, 52. 52 is Dennis McKinnon. It's unbelievable. It's been the Mustard and McKinnon show. 12 is going to be a CG. And McKinnon's a B. And short pass heavy. We'll make it a CS. All right. Tom Zach to McKinnon. 44 for Tom Zach. That's a 4. And that is a 1st down plus 3. That is going to be 12 total yards. And that is going to be a touchdown. Tom Zach to McKinnon for 12. Sneaks into the end zone. And Bears are going to take a 13-0 lead here. And let's kick the extra point. 32 for Butler. Tom's at 10 of 15 for 110. Wow. 32 for Butler is a 41, and that's going to be good. All those high numbers, 40 and down, 39 and down, whatever, on extra points, they're all good. And that's going to make it 14-0 Chicago. 30 seconds to go in this quarter. We'll go ahead and kick off, and I'll play out the Lions drive. It looks like they've been 3 and out for the most part. So let's go ahead and kick off. 33 now for the kickoff. That's going to be a 39. Oh, 39. That is 67-09. So it's going to be 2 yards deep into the end zone. We'll roll for it. 1 through 12 is going to be a touchback. And it is, he's going to run it out. It's going to be Mel Gray running it out. 44. All right, good decision. 44 is going to be a 17. And he's going to get 40 yards on the return. Mel Gray trying to put a spark into the Lions here. He gets 40 yards. He sets up the Lions 1st and 10 on their own 38-yard line. 15 seconds left in the first quarter, and we're going to start with our standard offense. And it's going to be a short pass. I would love to up the number of runs on the dice, but again, the Lions threw more than they ran in 1989. I checked it earlier, and I'm not going to just start giving the ball to Barry Sanders on every play because it's probably the best idea, but all right, 6. Oh, look at that. The Bears are ready for the pass. They're like, bring it on, Gagliano. CD 64 is who is 64? That is Walter Stanley. He's a B, so we'll stay at CD. All right, so Gagliano to Walter Stanley, a 34. It's a 36, 9 yards, but we have another penalty. Let's check it. 21, and that is an illegal formation on the offense, and they will go ahead and accept that penalty since it was a 9-yard gain. It's going to be 5 yards. That's going to end the first quarter. The Bears are up 14-0. And they're trying to get to that 47 number, so they're actually ahead of the pace. 1st and 15 now for the Lions in the second quarter, and we're going to short pass heavy. No, we're going to standard offense. We're going to try to get them. We're going to short pass. Trying to get that run play, guys. I really am. Trusting Bob Gagliano. He's 1 for 2. He's tried to run about 9 times. 25 on the defense is an AD. 62. It's going to be Jason Phillips. He's a B. So we'll stay at AD. It's going to be Gagliano to Jason Phillips. 23 for Gagliano. It's a 30. And he is hammered behind the line of scrimmage for a 5-yard loss and a sack. Who got him? It's a third, maybe even their 4th sack. I'm not even sure. 61 is going to be Trace Armstrong, a linebacker. That's going to make it 2nd and 20. And we're going to have to go medium pass heavy here. And it's going to be a medium pass. All right, 65. 11. 11 is going to be Dick Johnson. He's an A. 65 on the defense is an AS, and we'll make it an AD. All right, so Gagliano to Johnson. Just threw my white dice over. Hang on. All right, let's roll it again here. All right, 45. 45 is not a great roll. It's a 17. That's going to be incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 20. The Lions are just looking putrid right now. I think in real life they're not like that. 3rd and 20. Let's go medium pass heavy here, but let's go 19 and 20. Let's go 18 is a long pass. So 1 through 8 is short. 9 through 17 is medium. 18 is long. 19 and 20 is a draw play. Trying to get him the ball here. And we have a 17. So we have a medium pass. All right, 62. It's going to be Richard Johnson again. 62 is an AS. We'll make this an AD. Run the same play here to Richard Johnson. 66, Gagliano. He's going to get 29 yards. And he's going to get a first down. Gagliano stunning the crowd by, well, A, completing a pass, and B, getting a 3rd and 20. It's going to be 1st and 10 now. They cross the 50. They get to the 43 of the Bears. Back to standard. 12. I cannot roll a run play, guys. I'm trying. Short pass. All right. 16. 65. 65 is going to be Walter Stanley. He's a B. 16 is an AS. We're going to make this an AS. All right. I'm going to go Gagliano to Stanley. 32. 32 is a 27. Gagliano is going to take off and run against an AS. All right, Gagliano. What do you got, buddy? A 14. You got a penalty is what you got. 35. He gets 7 yards, but we have a penalty. And that is going to be, that's a false start on the offense. The play never actually happened. All right. So, we 5 yards on the Lions. And it's going to be 1st down and 15 now on the 48 of the Bears. Sticking with a standard offense, though. And, oh, that's going to be a medium pass. I'm trying to roll a run. Seriously, I am. That's a medium pass. It's like 1 through 10 doesn't exist on this dice. Lots of big numbers here. 65 will be an AS. 44 is going to be Barry Sanders. He's a C. Well, at least he gets the ball. He's a C. Make it a BS. We're going to go with a little medium pass dump off to Barry Sanders. 43. 31. And it's incomplete, but we have another penalty on the field here. Lions already have 5 penalties for 53 yards. Hopefully this isn't their 6th. 42. And that is going to be holding on the defense, and that is a 5-yard penalty. But more importantly, it is a 1st down. What a cheap way to get a 1st down there. That's going to make it 1st and 10 now on the 43 of the Bears for the Lions. And right back where they were. So let's go ahead and go standard. We're going to run. Hey, we got an outside run. I'm so excited. All right. All right. Big numbers. 65. It's going to be Sanders against an AS. All right. So on the outside run, on the pitch out, 45 for Barry is a 20. And he's going to get 4 yards on the play. So Barry Sanders gets 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 now on the Bears 39. Sticking with standard offense. It's going to be an inside run. All right. What do they say? Something to the mean, regress to the mean. Is that what they say? All right. 46 will be Sanders. 36 is a BS. So Barry Sanders up the middle. 64. 64 is a 16. Unbelievable. He's got such a great card. That's 11 yards, and that's going to be a 1st down. All right, 1st and 10 on the 28. And we're sticking with that standard offense. And it's an 8. It's an outside run. All right. $23. 66. It's not Barry Sanders. It's Carl Painter. Halfback 2. Backup. 23 is a CD. Oof. Painter against the pass defense. A 43. That's not. Oh, that's a 34. We have a fumble. We have an F15, but let's roll the dice. 1 through 4, fumble stands. 5 to 20, it goes away. And we have a 1. It's going to be a fumble. Carl Painter comes in for Barry Sanders and immediately kicks the ball away. It's an F15. Let's see who got it. $56. And that is going to be a 3-yard loss, and the Bears are going to recover it. So Carl Painter, in his one chance, goes minus. Oh, look, there's Paul Palmer. He plays for the Cowboys in 1999. I wonder why he's on. He must have got, when the Cowboys trade for Herschel Walker, I'll bet you Paul Palmer ends up with Detroit. That's interesting. I'll have to remember that. Although he's never going to see the ball, but I'll definitely remember that. Yeah, I like that. All right, so he's going to fumble. Chicago recovers. And D3 for Chicago, I believe, is Mike Singletary. I'm sure you've heard of him. He was very talented. Mike Singletary picks it up, and he can recover this. And he can run, I mean. So we roll a 31. That's a 21. But he's going to get no gain on the return. And the Bears are going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 31-yard line, turning Detroit over and keeping them out of the end zone. And that is where I'm going to end this video, everyone. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year. Like, subscribe, all that stuff I'm supposed to say. And I'll talk to y'all again, probably tomorrow.